I have a relationship with myself built on trust and loyalty. I trust myself to have my own back. So my allegiance is so that with the voice within. I abandon everybody else's expectation of me before I abandon myself. I disappoint everyone else before I disappoint myself. I forsake all others before I forsake myself.
Our new show that our new platform that we're going to have our amazing show on. And coming up to our 108th show, we want to talk about some things that we have been doing throughout this year. Some amazing things that are helping us to set up and to give us, like, when I was looking at the shows with the girls, it's like a step-by-step roadmap. They're all interconnected. And it's a step-by-step roadmap and what we want to get through our manifestations. Some of the things that we talked about in the first shows was, check this roadmap out, guys. Human design that our beautiful Christine brought to us. We talked about going with the flow with Diosmeri, right? We talked about grow with the flow with David. Oh my God. And see how they're connected. Look at this map. We talked about Yoni magic from Nicole. Yes, our pussy priestess. And what we need to get us to our manifestation. All this beautiful. And we talked about also freedom lifestyle. Check out that roadmap, helping us to build what we need to get our manifestations into play. And each one is very important. Human design teaches us about ourselves. It gives us an insight, right? It lets us know why I think the way I think, why do I do the things that I do. It gives you your makeup. You make up into yourself, and it helps you to, when you're on this journey of self-discovery, to help you become that best you that you are meant to be, you are born to be, you are made to become. It helps you to see who you are. How do you know what you want if you don't know yourself, right? So you got that. And then you got Diosmeri telling us to, like, just go with it. Go with the flow. Be easy on yourself. Have some grace while you learning this. No one learns anything overnight. So let's go with that flow. Think about the peace and contentment. We on that roadmap, and we got to know that we have to keep that peace and contentment. And then you got our brother David come in telling us about growing with the flow. Oh my goodness. And how that still steady movement that we have throughout life, keeping that high vibrational flow, still interconnecting all of these practices and all of these tools to get the manifestations that we want in life. And then we have our pussy priestess come and tell us about Yoni magic sisters. Man, bringing out the fire of our kundalini energy, that female energy that creates worlds. That's the power we got in us, sisters. The power we got in us. We bring forms to this world. That's no easy feat. We bring life into this world. And that strong energy is what's helping us to manifest. And then we had Tjibaria telling about the freedom lifestyle and building for the freedom that you want in your life and how to get it and all these tools. Girl, my sisters, oh my goodness. What a year building up. 6 months building up to this time, because we've been live since September 13th. That's my mother's birthday, by the way, 2021. And it's something how you don't see it looking forward you see it looking back. You see it looking back, and all the things that led us up, the tools that we've been able to share and you all have been able to share with us that we have been able to put in practice for this past 6 months. It's setting it off for us to get February going strong. Because February 2020 is about to explode 2022. It's powerful, it's magic, and it's about to set the world on fire. So anything and everything that we all have been working for all this time to create, now it's time to get up and get it done. Get up and get it done. This powerful energy. Hey, my sisters, how are you all feeling about this 106th show?
All right. Yes. I dropped off the portal. Somebody was calling me about NFT. Hey, can you build my portfolio for me? I'm sorry, what? Hold that thought over there. I know. But before we go anywhere, D, I'm sorry. Hold on. Okay. Can we get a break and a second to acknowledge the fact that you are amazing? And this is the first time that the world sees you without your hairpiece on Facebook. Well, I'm sorry. Breathe, please breathe, because it's a lot. I know it was a lot. So first of all, as Ange was speaking, I was speaking. The guys were like, "Did you notice that Deanna has no headpiece in her hair? Did you see how beautiful she was?" And I was like, "Okay, all right." And boom, I fall off the call, and I was like, "Okay, well, So before we go anywhere and we talk about all the awesomeness that happened throughout the year, that happened throughout all the episodes in the 108, I'm excited too. I know you guys are excited. And if you guys are excited for the future and for now, please put it in the chat, because growth is exponential. We need it. We need it. So, Queen, like, come out here. Get out here. Like, what?
What do you mean I'm an introvert? I can't talk now. Okay, both of y'all was like, But really, I can be an introvert. But however, not at this moment. It's so funny because I was telling Angela before the show started, I'm like, okay, because I've been binge watching how to color your shaved head, So I said, girl, she said, what colors you see? I said, this one girl did pink and it was fire, and this other one did red, and that's my jam right there. Red is my jam. If you didn't know, my peanut butter and jam. Oh my gosh, it feels really amazing, just this journey with my hair and my scarves and stuff, and I feel like my hair literally is a phoenix right now. I feel like when I did the chop, that's when it was burning. And I did literally burn it that day too. So I not only transcended or transmuted the memories, the emotions, the events, the traumas, the crying, all those things of the last 5 years, because that's what I was calling in that day. The last 5 years, 6 years, it's given me an opportunity to a rebirth. So it's like the new growth is baby. It's like, I'm breastfeeding it, I'm changing its diapers, I'm giving it a little massage at night and stuff, doing that bath, lavender bath, and just different things. And I'm just loving on it. And it's also giving me a new sense of sensory. It feels like this is like a 6 or 7 sense, because whenever you get your hair massage, you could either orgasm or you go into a different dimension or something, because it feels so great. So whenever I'm in the shower and I'm just rubbing and even feeling my hat, because I wear my sleep hat at night, moving on my head, it's like someone said Mufasa. Oh, say it again. Mufasa. That's what it feels, right? Y'all know I'm rowdy. I can't help it. So that's how it feels. So it's so amazing, and it's giving me another opportunity to tap into and go pick up other things that I left behind. Meaning, I'm doing my eyebrows again, I'm doing my makeup. When I was looking in the mirror or, of myself right now on Zoom, I'm like, where are my earrings? I'm going to get my earrings again and stuff, and I was in the face painting and different things. And so it's really opening up another door back to myself, me being very strong within myself. So thank you for noticing that, Jesse. You're right. Hello. This is how we roll now, y'all.
Oh, yes, I love it. It's giving me that vibe, like, oh yeah, girl, get up in here. Well, and it's so important that you said that, Queen, because one of the things about us, human and women and men, whatever, human, is that we don't know how to love ourselves, right? And because we're not programmed that way. Like we're programmed to do, get, go out there, da, 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 da. So it's very hard for us to love. It's not hard, but it's because of the programming. It's hard for us to love on ourselves. And one of the so I've been reading this book again, and I said this before. This is one of the best self-love book ever. Like, I'm reading it again for the second time, and I wanted to read a quote on it. The guys were like, yeah, this is what you're gonna be reading today, but I didn't know, like, me, when we were in the back office, I was just writing things down, and you guys saw me writing, and you guys was like, oh, okay. But before I read what I have to read, it is about self-love. And I wanted to bring that out because all the people that are here in this list and the people that we're interviewed for the 108 episode, one of the key component of their life is that they love themselves enough or more than enough to go out there and go with the flow, find the lifetime free lifestyle, that you can do whatever you want, if you put yourself out there, if you do whatever you got to do to to get what you need to do, right? And the pussy priestess, me and my accents. But the one thing that with that also is like some people have a stigma towards that. It's like, what I'm sorry, you said what? Yeah, boo, like that is the thing. That is the thing. And it's also loving you. And it's loving you, your human you. And I love yesterday, because after yesterday's show, something that came back to me was that and I'm gonna pass it back to Ange after this, was something that you said yesterday about Grandmaster. The Grandmaster said that this is the only planet that has pizza and ice cream, right? So I was like, yesterday, I was like, dude, can you imagine going to all these planets and people want to leave this planet, right? Like it's ascend out of this planet. So can you imagine going to a planet where there's no pizza and there is no ice cream? I don't know about you, but I really love me some pizza and some ice cream. And like, especially on those days where I am with my ancestors and I do a smoking sesh, I'm sorry, what? Bring down the ice cream, please. And they bring it to me because they sent somebody to bring me ice cream. So I just have to say that this is the best planet ever. And yes, we want to go to the moon. We want to go to Mercury. We want to go to whatever we want to go to. But this is the planet we're living in. And this is why NFT is the talk of the time, because we're bringing all the finances to here. So out of the virtual world, right? So this is a quote from this book. I love myself now. Self-love means that I have a relationship with myself built on trust and loyalty. I trust myself to have my own back. So my allegiance is with the voice within. I abandon everybody else's expectation of me before I abandon myself. I disappoint everyone else before I disappoint myself. I forsake all others before I forsake myself. Me and myself, we are till death do us apart. And I know I read this before, but the guys wanted me to say it again in the show, because we are on 106th episode and we are going to be going into YouTube soon. And, you know, we're going to be dropping links so that you can subscribe to our channel and come there, because we're going to be doing live like this. We're going to be loving on you, because that's what we're here to do. We're going to love on you until you love you. All right? So take over, boo.
I know that's right. Oh my goodness. And yesterday, you all, after that was said about the pizza and ice cream, guess what the sister had? I had pizza. I ordered. I was like, I'm finished working. Ordered the pizza, and I said, oh, you all have ice cream too, right? Can you give me a cup of cookie and some cream? Thank you. Yes, that's what I had last night. After that was said, I was like, I'm getting some pizza and ice cream. It's not about checking out, you all. It's about loving yourself and then where you stand. Remember, the present moment is all that we have. The moment is everything, right? Love yourselves wherever your feet stand. That's where you're meant to be. Everything is done in divine, by divine design. Love whatever dimension you're in. Learn in whatever dimension you're in. Whatever planet you're on, wherever you stand. It's all about you. Be you. I'm so happy that you read that quote again. I needed to hear that. After the struggle I had yesterday, I needed to hear that. I needed to hear everything, putting myself above everything else. That's valuing yourself. Hear nobody else's voice but your own. Not saying that we don't care, not saying that we don't love, and I'm showing you I love and care because I'm 100% me. I count. I count. When I was younger, I used to be told that I was selfish if ever I said something like that. Take care of you. That's selfish. That's not loving. You have to be a part of the family. You have to be about the family. You got to do what's needed for the family. That was drummed into my head so much. I've had so many days that I cried. But it's not the way it's supposed to be. It's funny how we have a programming to think that way that Jesse was speaking about. But the good thing is, every program can be rewritten. Rewrite that program, y'all. Put some different chips in there. All the tools that we're learning, put them chips in there. And you see the products that you get out of it. And we're showing, all of us, we're showing each other what that product looks like by showing up for ourselves. I just had to say that. That was in my heart. Oh my goodness. I'm done.
Okay, now,
Copy.
right, you know I got some downloads. I love our guys. I love how they be like, okay, you're it now. You're it, you know. I was also with that same programming as far as teaching that taking care of yourself. Or I'll say it this way. I grew up in a single parent household. And so my mother had to hustle. So her hustling showed me not to love yourself, because you cannot love yourself if you're hustling. That means you're not sleeping, you're not eating, you're constantly at the grind, you're constantly thinking about other people. She had to make sure I had food, she had to make sure that I had clothes to go to school, she had to make sure that she had to also educate herself, so she had a job, she was going to night classes at college, and then she had a child. That's a lot. That is a lot. So and I know there's so many times that we put on a pedestal women that hustle, but break that down and look at it truly. What are you truly showing others? Yes, you're showing them that you care for them, but however, you're showing them that you don't care for them, because you cannot care for anyone else unless you care for yourself first. You actually show them that you do love them. I show you I love you when I eat right, because that guarantees that I'm going to be here for you when you're 50 and I'm 90. I'm going to see my great grandchildren. So I love you when I eat right. I love you when I do my yoga. I love you when I dance or anything that's for me. When I do my goddess bath, I'm loving you. So we need to reframe that. Reframe that thinking of self-love is selfish. Reframe that thinking of hustling is strong. Reframe that. And I'm not saying that hustling is bad. I'm saying it needs to be balance. It needs to be harmony, as David would say. Get your harmony right. Because there's a time for everything. Or you know how someone will say it this way. When you eat, let's say you ate, because the example that you gave one day, Angela, was some guy was speaking about, the doctor told him to start eating oranges. And so he ate like a whole case. And then he came back to the doctor and it was mad at the doctor. I ate all the oranges. The doctor said, bruh, I didn't say eat a whole case of oranges. And the point of that is that anything can be, when it's out of balance, it's not good for your mind, body, or spirit. You know? So have harmony, have balance. You know? Get your morning routine right. Spend time with the guides, read a book. Then go hang out with the kids or your girlfriends. And then, you know, maybe do some art or something. Or, you know, feed the homeless or do something. Have balance. Don't just be one thing and just focus on that, because that's going to cause some sickness. Mind, body, spirit sickness. Because if you didn't realize, when we don't address things that are in the invisible realm, it manifests itself in the physical realm as a disease or sickness. So handle your business, boo. Handle it and get your self-love on and right. So that's what I wanted to say on that. I love that, Jesse.
You know, I'm over here like, yes, 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 yes. You know, for me, so it's funny that it's good that you mentioned that, Queen, because for me, COVID was a blessing. COVID was a blessing for me, because it really brought me even deeper than what I was doing already. Like I was already doing meditation. I was already doing things, but because I was out in the field, you know, so when I had COVID, I went so deep. Like my room was silenced, my whole entire house was silenced, and I was able to shut my house completely and expand my aura to go deeper than my house, right? And if you never had a moment like that where you were able to quiet the noise, because my house, I mean, Angela's been in my house, she knows how noisy my house is. My house is super noisy. Like it is, my guides let me know, like if you can do meditation in this house, you can do meditation anywhere, because it's three video games going in at one time, different monitor, or two monitors, one TV watching a movie. Or if my niece is here on the weekends, sometimes she comes, it's like screaming and yelling and all of this. And plus my neighbor has 6 kids. So 6 kids. So this is all happening all at once. So I was able to shut it completely, right? Completely, to a point that I didn't hear anything. And that's when I was able to, you know, go to the Himalayas. I was able to meet Master without meeting him. Like all of this happened before I met him in the physical. So when I met all the people in the physical, like I went to the community and I, you know, I met Tink and I met Shemaine. By the way, shout out to, oh my God, I was gonna do this earlier on. Shout out to Tamika that reached out, 1,000 subscriber in her YouTube channel. I love you, my love. You are a blessing to me, to my family. If it wasn't for you, some of my classes would not be, because my bank was tripping at one point, you know. But I love you, love you, love you, love you to pieces. I don't have to meet somebody in person for me to love you. That's the one thing about me, that I love you regardless. Like love is just, it's open portal for me. And that was one of the things that a lot of people couldn't understand. And when we go to YouTube, we have to roll that over there on YouTube and let everybody know, like, I'm gonna love on you. all the time. I'm gonna call you my love. People that I've never met in my entire life, I send them a message and hey, my love, how are you? Thank you, my love. And my set of expectation is that if you don't see the love in you, I already see it. I see my love and I see it in you no matter what. So I love you all so much. So much. So with that being said, so I was able to tune a lot of the things here because I was, my husband was sick, my kids were sick, and I was sick too, but I wasn't sick to the point where like I was just positive, if it makes any sense. Like I was just positive. My body wasn't, there was nothing. I was doing back bends, I was doing cartwheels, I was doing, and I've never been able to do all of these things. So knowing that all of this was happening to me and all of this, I was like, what is going on? Like, what? So I have spoken to a few people in the spiritual community and the non-spiritual community, and in the non-spiritual community, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening to me. I can't believe, I contracted. And then the spiritual community said, oh, it was a blessing. I was running around. I was doing so many things. I was so disconnected. And it gave me to come back to me, to come back to the inner me. So yeah, wow, that was too much. So I'm not going to read that's going to be my last share for today. But before I hand back the mic to, there's two things that the guys want me to cover before I shut it down on this end. Where are you? Love demands trust. A quality of wisdom is playfulness and laughter. This is because wisdom is a profound in its simplicity. Engaging with the divine so you got to play, you got to enjoy yourself. Great, because wisdom is spontaneous, is playing, is being there, is showing up for you, is showing up for your family, showing up for everybody. And my T tag, that's my last share, is in the beginning, there was you. In the middle, there was you. And the very end, there's you. So take care of you. Self-love you. And Jessie is complete.
That's amazing. Oh my goodness. That is, yeah, that's beautiful. I feel like I want to cry out of joy, joyful tears, beautiful. And I thank the divine for giving us that message today, because that's what is needed going into this new flow. It is now 1:30. We do have to make it to our next meeting. All I want to say to everybody is don't be that person that sits on the sidelines. This guys had me write this right before the show. Take action. All right. Remember to put together your morning and evening routines, your practices, and stick with it. Set it and make sure you get it done. All right. Keep showing up for yourself and playing full out. And we will see you all tomorrow for Human Design. We love you all dearly, and we will see you tomorrow. Peace.